let's move away from the coaches a little bit. We've talked about them for almost 30 minutes now.
Yeah, we're sick of coaches.
Let's talk about the games that actually matter. The playoffs. Playoffs? We're going to be talking some wild card playoff games. We've got 4 of them this week. We've got Houston hosting Kansas City and the Bungles hosting the Steelers in the AFC. Those are the Saturday games. Then you got Vikings hosting Seattle, Redskins hosting the Green Bay Packers. And you know what I kind of don't like?
What's that?
I don't like that it's AFC, NFC.
Yeah, didn't they not do it that way before?
I don't remember it being that way before.
I don't think it was either. They usually give you one of each.
I don't like that. And Kirk Cousins, I don't like that.
I mean, maybe it's nice for these teams that they can, see exactly who they're going to play. I don't know.
Unless they're going to say, okay, well, next week, AFC's on Saturday, so you get
I think that's how they have
a
to
week
do it.
off.
Yeah. But then in the end, I don't know, whatever. In the end, the AFC's going to end up with an extra day.
Yeah.
Because they're going to move to Sunday.
Well,
no, the conference championship.
The conference championship games will be, which it'll still be the same amount of rest for both. Yeah, it will. Sides.
And maybe that's the reasoning behind it. I don't really know, but they get an extra day out of it. That makes sense. But
part of me is like, because here's the way I thought about it in my head. I was like, obviously, because I knew how they usually do it is it's early game, primetime game on Saturday, then a 12 and 4:30. They always have a mid-afternoon game on Saturday because the NFL respects us, Mark. They know we got to get up for work on Monday.
That's right.
So we get rid of Sunday night football, even though I'm like, fuck it, just have Sunday night football and have 2 primetime games. I thought for sure Steelers-Bengals were going to be the 8:30 game. So they're getting Saturday. And then I'm like, okay, I pick like Packers-Washington to be that Saturday. Nobody's going to I guess it's on. Then your Sunday could be start the day off with Chiefs-Texans, and then that 4:30 game, the more interesting NFC matchup.
The drubbing happens.
The Seahawks versus the Vikings.
When the Seahawks just destroy the Vikings.
Let's be honest. That's more of a sexy matchup than Packers-Redskins.
Not really. The Packers are one of the most popular teams. That's why they got in the NFL. That's why they got the later game.
But for me, I'm looking at it matchup-wise.
Sure.
I mean, I'd rather see
but people are going to tune in
matchup.
For the Packers
I'd rather
game.
see the rematch. Maybe that's because I'm not a casual football fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are going to tune in for a Packers game, which people actually will probably tune in for a Seattle game too. But yeah, the Packers, people like them Packers. People will like the Seahawks if they manage to get back into the Super Bowl. Then everyone's going to be a Seahawks fan again.
And to answer your question, last year's wild card games were Cardinals-Panthers, followed by Ravens-Steelers on Saturday. Then we had Bengals-Colts, followed by Lions-Cowboys.
Yep.
So they did do it. And then it's this year they have the AFC, NFC.
Which I get. They want to make it fair for everybody, give everybody the same break. I guess that makes sense.
For me, it's all about scheduling. Which game is going to be the best for this time slot? But let's get into those games because I know you guys don't want to hear us talk about scheduling.
Yeah, they might.
Of these games.
They might.
The one that I'm definitely going to watch because I'm a Vikings fan, but that's the one I'm most intrigued about. The rematch from earlier this season where the Vikings just got owned.
Yeah.
And guess who's coming back for Seattle? Skittles. Marshawn Lynch is coming back, and guess what? He's not taking any questions.
You know what's funny about this, though? I mean, I feel bad for the Vikings because, yeah, you won the division. You're so happy. You beat the Packers, which is always a good thing. The Packers lost all their home games in the division. Now you get to go get destroyed by the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, utterly probably destroyed.
I don't think we're going to get destroyed, but I don't think we're going to win.
I think, honestly, the Seattle Seahawks are going to go and tear through the playoffs. I think they're just going to rip everybody apart and leave no mercy in this wake of destruction. They're just going to own everyone.
You know who I actually am most confident in the entire playoffs?
Cardinals?
The Cardinals. Because they lost to the Seahawks. And everyone was saying, well, it's a good thing the Panthers lost when they did because now they can't get too cocky.
Which I agree with.
Yeah, but the Cardinals now, they were kind of getting cocky too. And they lost to a division rival badly.
Yeah.
Now they can go into the playoffs. They get the bye, and then Carson Palmer, man, You've been healthy all
He's
year.
healthy. Yeah.
Do you want it? Do you want it?
This is what you couldn't get in Oakland. You couldn't get it in Cincinnati. This is your time. You're finally here and you're finally healthy to do it.
Because the way I see it, if we go off of my predictions for the picks video, which actually should be up by now, but what I'm thinking is that there's a chance that if the Seahawks win, this weekend.
If there's a chance, Ricky.
Well, no, I'm saying
there's a chance.
If there's a chance of this NFC Championship game happening that I'm thinking of.
Right.
If the Cardinals and Seahawks are going to play in the NFC Championship game, the Seahawks, because they're the 6th seed, will have to get through Carolina first. So they're not...
Which they had trouble with.
They're not going to have that much... It pains me to say it, but they're not going to have that much trouble with the Vikings. However, you got to go to Carolina and then possibly to Arizona if you want to get to Levi Stadium in California.
Yeah. It'll be tough. But I said they had trouble with the Carolina Panthers, but the game was closer than I thought. It was only 27-23. So it is closer. I really just don't think. I mean, it's funny how for the AFC side, to me, it's pretty clear cut what's going to happen. The Texans are not that great of a team. Cincinnati, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to get past them pretty easily. Yeah, the Pittsburgh and Bengals team this game should be closer, but the Bengals always choke, and until they prove me wrong, I'm going to believe that they're going to choke.
Well,
they've got the backup quarterback.
If you asked me, if you said, okay, Ricky, which 6th seed has the better chance to get to the Super Bowl, I would tell you I have more confidence in the Steelers winning this week in Cincinnati, because let's be honest, the Bengals don't win playoff games.
Nope.
They
haven't so far.
They take playoffs off. They're playing golf right now. But I have more confidence in Pittsburgh going to Denver and winning, then going to New England and winning, than I have in Seattle to go to Carolina and then Arizona.
I don't know, man.
That's it. And that's if the Patriots and Cardinals get there.
Ricky, you know me. You know I claw up all day. I don't stop clawing up. I claw up all day, every day. But something about this 15-1 record just reminds me, and I think I said it last week, reminds me of the Packers when they were 15-1. Only lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. Get knocked out immediately. It's tough to be that top team, especially when you're that top team way above everybody else. And you come in there and you got a team like Seattle coming in there who's hungry, who's been to the Super Bowl 2 times in a row now. It could have been 3 times. They were almost there too. Before that, that's a team that's hard to beat. I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. I think in the wild card, it's all pretty easy. It's all pretty clear cut.
Yeah.
Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Seattle, and I'm going to say Washington only because Green Bay has been a disaster lately.
Well, to me, it's the AFC games that are more clear cut than the NFC. Where the AFC, I'm sorry, Houston, but you guys suck. You're 9-7. You've shown flashes, but the Chiefs have been on a 10-game roll, and Alex Smith is not going to stop.
Not yet.
Whereas then you have the Bengals who choke in the playoffs and the Steelers who have been on a complete roll themselves, except when they lost to the Ravens in Week 16.
Yeah.
It's the NFC games where could the Seahawks blow out Minnesota? Yeah. But if Minnesota comes out and is inspired, like Mike Zimmer has somehow inspired. I didn't think Zimmer would have them inspired enough to win the division. Let's be honest. I thought they'd be the 6th seed.
I mean, to be fair, the Packers suck.
Yeah, the Packers, helps. The Jordy Nelson is why we won the division.
And people have stopped Eddie Lacy.
Whereas
he's no Adrian Peterson.
And then that Packers-Redskin game, the Redskin, there was a reason why I said if the Cardinals won last week, I wanted to lose the North. Because I wanted to play Washington.
Yeah.
Because to me, they're a weak, everyone's talking about Kirk Cousins and how they have a better team around Kirk Cousins. That's a weak team. I felt like as a Vikings team, we could beat them. And if I'm a Packers fan, I'm saying, hey, we can beat them too.
Well, if you can stop the Kirk Cousins to Jordan Reed connection, you can beat the Washington Redskins. I don't think that the Green Bay Packers can stop that. And I don't think they've got much to combat it because Aaron Rodgers has nobody to throw to except for
Andy has no protection.
Except for Hoodie Man Jones.
Andy has no protection.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He's not going to have the opportunity to do anything, and everyone's stopping Eddie Lacy. I'm actually amazed that Aaron Rodgers has survived this season because he looks like he's going to, just stay down in pretty much every game lately. I mean, Washington Redskins, I think they're going to get through. Really, I feel pretty confident I could predict all the way to the Super Bowl if I wanted to right here because honestly...
Let's do it. Go ahead. Go.
I'm going to say Kansas City wins this one.
Okay.
They're going to, of course, end up playing the Denver Broncos. No, not the Denver Broncos. They're going to end up playing the New England Patriots. Well, because Denver's number one, right?
It depends on first pick.
Because Pittsburgh's going to win.
First pick, because Pittsburgh would then play Denver.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have Kansas City playing New England.
Yep. And then...
Which I have the same exact matchup.
For the NFC, Seattle's going to win and Washington's going to win.
I'm going opposite there. I'm going Seattle, and Seattle plays Carolina, Green Bay, and Green Bay plays Arizona.
Nope. So with that one, let's go back to the AFC.
So both of us have Pittsburgh, Denver. I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh over Denver?
In Mile High.
I'm pretty tempted to do it too. I really am.
But we don't know, and this is going to be a topic for next week who's going to start for
do it or not.
Denver. Yeah. But I still believe Pittsburgh can go into Mile High and win.
Peyton Manning starts that game, I think that he wins.
No, you know who Denver starts? Tim Tebow.
They should.
Because Tim Tebow beat the Steelers in the playoffs.
Yeah. All it takes is one throw, and he can do it. But
it's got to go to overtime, though.
I believe that Brock Osweiler will probably be the starter again.
Yeah,
I think
I'm still going Steelers.
That Big Ben's is going to beat him. Then Kansas City.
New England's
going to beat Kansas City. They're going to find a way to do it. And
they get Julian Edelman back, it's game over.
Yeah, it pains me to say this because New England has not looked that great coming in.
And I know we're going to get comments about my game over comment, but I don't care. Game over. Patriots win.
Yeah, Patriots v. Steelers. That's going to be a fun one.
Steelers win.
Well,
I'd pick a Steeler win.
I'm going to move back to the NFC here. And then I'm going to take...
So both of us have Seattle, Carolina. I'm going with Carolina.
I'm going Seattle.
And then I have Green Bay, Arizona. I'm going Arizona. So we'll have Carolina, Arizona, what we all expect.
No. Well, for you.
For me, yeah.
I have Seattle winning and Carolina winning. I'm not Carolina. Seattle and Arizona winning. So that way we can get some rematches.
You're getting the NFC North. How about your Pittsburgh-New England matchup? I said Pittsburgh goes to the Super Bowl.
Going to take the New England Patriots to the Super Bowl.
I just think it'd be funny to see, oh, wait, you tried to keep us out of the playoffs? Here, we're going to beat you. That's why you tried to keep us out.
I just, when it comes time to it, I believe in Tommy Terrific. Big Ben, the thing for the Steelers is they ride and die with Big Ben.
Yeah.
And I think eventually it's going to run out.
However, I will say I would love to pick the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I would like to see, I feel like if the Chiefs get to play the Denver Broncos, they can beat the Denver Broncos. I just don't think they're going to beat Tom Brady. Now, coming back to the NFC, when it comes to Seattle and Arizona
beats Carolina in my mind.
I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, yeah, because you had a different matchup.
And this will be my... No, it was Seattle, Arizona.
Yeah, but mine was Carolina, Arizona.
Oh, okay.
So I said the Cardinals beat Carolina.
Yeah, I would probably take that same bet, which coincidentally is my offseason prediction of rematch. Super Bowl rematch.
Mine's a Super Bowl rematch, too. From a couple years ago.
Mine was last year's.
Mine was a couple years ago. The one that the Cardinals should have won.
Well, a few years ago. More than a couple. That was like 2008 or 2009.
They should have won, but there was some BS call on a James Harrison interception return that should have been called back because of a legal block in the back. But you know what? It's been a few years. So
it's been quite a few.
We're not going to bring that up anymore.
Been like
However,
7.
I'm going to say that Cardinals beat the Steelers in California.
For this one, my New England Patriots coming back against my Seattle Seahawks. My prediction, where the Seattle Seahawks are going to say, you guys ain't going to cheat this time. And you know what Tommy Terrific's going to say? I don't need to cheat. And he's going to beat them fair and square.
So Patriots get back-to-back wins over the Seahawks.
Back-to-backs. Back-to-back. That's what I predicted in the offseason.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to stick with your offseason prediction, but